Okay, I think we just about got it started. It's about time for us to get this party started right quickly. And that was not quickly. We're 6 minutes into and we are just starting. But hey, better late than never. Not being stereotypical as a Jamaican, but hey, better late than never. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cruising with a Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration. Let me jump right into it. I've got my co-host here, Adam Handler, the case handler himself. I've got Nelson Madrid. I've got Conrad Pollack. He looks like a house today. And we are ready to roll. All right. Adam, how you doing, man? Anxiety kicking in over there? Sorry about the late stop there.
Listen, I am as cool as a cucumber. You know that, brother. Nothing rattles me. Well, a few things rattle me, but certainly not a radio show. Good morning, 93.5 FM listeners. Good morning, Facebook viewers. We're so happy you have joined us yet again this morning. We know that there are other places you can be, other things you can be doing, watching, and listening to, but you're here with us. And who are we? We are Pollack, Isaac DeSico. We are a full-service law firm here in downtown Manhattan with also offices in Brooklyn and in Peekskill. In fact, the Maverick, Nelson Madrid, is in the Peekskill office right now. And you guys are now officially cruising with the Case Handler, a show by attorneys for the people out there, giving back to the community that's embraced us for so many years by giving 100% free legal advice and consultations over the phone. All you got to do is save our number, call our number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844 PPID law. Nelson, what does PPID stand for?
Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico.
And do you have anything you'd like to ask Squeeze this morning?
Squeeze, are you down with PPID?
Come on, you know me. You guys are hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for tuning into 93.5 FM. Turn your radios up. Get ready to get your immigration questions answered. You can place those immigration questions on Facebook on my page, David Squeeze Anarchy, or the firm's page, PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, or the case handler page. You can also, of course, give us a ring at 844-774-3529. If you do call, you will get a free phone consultation. That's 844-774-3529. We've got Adam Handler. God forbid you get hurt in that accident. You will need that man. That's the money man. Why do I call him that? Because he will seek the maximum compensation when you get hurt in an accident. So make sure you reach out to that same number, which is the number for the firm, 844-774-3529. Gonna be jumping it off with some immigration questions this morning because got them coming in. And of course, in about a few minutes or so, we'll ask Adam Handler to share one of his true success stories, someone that he has helped where they got into an accident and they needed a solid attorney. So let's jump right into it with immigration. We're starting it off this morning. Cutting to the chase, gentlemen, Nelson Madrid and Mr. Conrad Pollack, let's rock and roll. Question one here. It says, hello, everyone. I have a question. I submitted my I-130 for my husband on October the 1st. My question is, will my application be denied because I forgot to write the names behind the 2x2 passport photo? I literally just noticed it. It said to do that.
No, they won't deny the application. They might just send it back. They'll issue what's called an RFE, request for additional evidence. Then it's not that big a deal. I don't think they'll deny the application, although I can't promise you that these days anything is possible, but I don't think they would deny it for that.
Okay. All right. Once again, if you have your questions, you can place them on the comment section on any of the pages you're watching right now, or just call the firm. Have them handle your case. 844-774-3529. Let's not screw it up. All right. For your immigration help, you call them. 844-774-3529. Another quick one here. How long is H-1B processing time? That's just the way the question popped up.
All right, well, first on, H-1B is a worker for a profession. It's a temporary work visa for professionals, so typically somebody with a 4-year college degree. A little more involved in that, but that's generally the way it works. Somebody's being offered a professional level job, like an engineer, and they have a degree, and so on. Basically, the way the H-1B process works, there's a quota of 85,000 visas per year. The quota opens up on April 1st. If you get your application in and you're one of the lucky ones that get in under the quota, as I said, 85,000 per year, typically 200,000 plus apply. So if you're one of those that is luckily selected, your application gets in before, like I said, April 1st. It's usually the first week of April. You have to have your application in. It gets selected. They cash the checks, which are substantial, by the way, over $2,000 for filing these days. The application is accepted. Immigration will typically let you know sometime in May whether your application was accepted under the quota. If it's accepted and later approved, typically it's approved. No issues, June, July, maybe August. Regardless, doesn't matter because it doesn't start until October 1st. The government fiscal year begins on October 1st. You submit your application, it gets accepted, it gets approved. If it's approved, you can begin work as of October 1st. If you're outside the United States, typically you can apply for that visa the last week of September. If you're in the United States on some type of other visa, you can begin working October 1st. So whether it's approved in May, whether it's approved in August, doesn't matter because you can't start work until October 1st anyway.
Conrad, I have a follow-up question.
Sure.
What effect, if any, does the presidential proclamation have on H-1Bs?
Pretty substantial effect. There are none. You're not getting an H-1 unless the ban is lifted after December 31st. Or hopefully, Biden wins in November because Biden will lift the ban, pretty much assured. Whereas Trump, if he's reelected, right now the ban continues to the end of this year. I can assure you that if Trump gets reelected, that ban is going to continue probably for the next 4 years.
Gotcha.
Also, one more thing. New regulations, I believe, are coming out today about the H-1B visa process. They're substantially making it harder, much more strict in terms of employers making the applications and people applying for them. The process for the H-1B is about to get substantially more difficult and more expensive. As everything else, this is what this administration is trying to do. Every avenue for immigrants to come to the United States, whether to work or to live, the administration is doing everything they can to make it more difficult, longer process, more expensive to do it. That's their MO.
Got you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this show is about personal injury and immigration. It's called Cruising with the Case Handler. Make sure you check it out each and every single weekday morning at 9:30 a.m. And of course, that's Conrad Pollack and Nelson Madrid, respectively, the Maestro and the Maverick, nicknames, of course, handling and answering your question. A quick one before we flip it to personal injury. Can I travel on a business visa, B1, B2, to the United States and then file for AOS? Is that allowed? And AOS, I guess, is adjustment of status.
Correct.
Go ahead, Conrad.
You could have it, Nelson. It's all yours. I don't want to hog here.
So if I'm not mistaken, a B1, B2 is typically a visitor visa. And again, as we've said many times in the past, a visitor visa is you basically plan to come to the United States to visit as a tourist. Marrying somebody shortly after arriving the U.S. on a B1, B2 calls into question immigrant intent and whether or not you actually intended to solely visit or you knew you were going to get married and you just tried to skirt or circumvent the system. This is definitely a difficult case. And, I would ask that this person give us a call. 844-774-3529. A lot of these questions are a lot more difficult. I think people oversimplify things and people take for granted that the obvious is not the obvious. This is a perfect example of, something that you should not do by yourself, that you should hire a lawyer to guide you through this process. Again, this is a little more complicated than the person probably understands.
Right. And be very careful, folks. I mean, you could lose your visa. You could even lose your visitor's visa, depending on what's going on, from what I understand from these attorneys. So it's best that you just Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. One thing I want to add, and this has been a persistent theme since we've been on the radio and talking about these issues. The immigration law presumes that every person coming to the United States is an intending immigrant, meaning every person who comes to the United States, the U.S. government presumes that that person is coming here to live and to work. It is up to the applicant to demonstrate the opposite, that he's just coming here temporarily, that he's just coming here to visit, to go to Disneyland, go to his grandmother's funeral, go to his nephew's graduation, or is coming here to study, or is coming here on some kind of exchange program, or is coming here to temporarily work on an H-1B, so on and so forth. It's up to the applicant to demonstrate they're coming here for a temporary visit for temporary reasons. If you come here with a tourist visa, which is a temporary tourist visa, whether it's B1 or B2, B1 is a visitor for business, B2 is a visitor for pleasure. Either one, you come here on a Monday and then you apply for adjustment of status a week later, the government is going to say, hey pal, you lied. You said you were coming here temporarily, and then a week later you change your mind, whether it's marriage or whatever, and you're applying to get your green card, you lied, you committed fraud, and we're going to deny your application. Now, you might be eligible for a waiver in certain circumstances, but you might not be. Even if you are eligible for a waiver, it's going to slow down your process. It's going to cause you a lot of aggravation, and it's going to cost you a lot of moolah. It's going to cost you a lot of money. All right, an adjustment of status application, whatever we charge, depending on the facts, you want a waiver, you need a waiver, you're going to double your fees. Right? Not to mention your immigration fees. So again, as everybody here is saying, it's not the kind of thing you want to play with on your own. Give us a call in that circumstance, really. There are all kinds of time limits and all kinds of factors involved. Don't screw it up, folks, because once you do, you're on the radar and you've got problems.
Okay, all right, no problem. Once again, though, just to bring this up, Nelson and Conrad. So if the person comes into the United States with a visitor's visa, B1, B2, whatever it may be, and then decide 3 months later that they want to get married, that is possible, right?
Again, I would recommend they give us a call to discuss their options.
Right.
I'm not saying it's impossible. What I'm saying is the timing is something very important.
I know exactly what you're saying. I understand.
That 90-day period is key. All right. I mean, again, there are different, it depends on the facts of the situation, but that 90 days is key because the burden of proof shifts from the applicant to the government after that 90-day, after that 90-day period.
But I see what Nelson is saying. Nelson is saying, hey, if you're going to be coming here with an intent, that complicates your case and you could potentially get in trouble with that. Completely understand.
Look, we've had situations where a person comes on a tourist visa and 4 or 5 months later applies for adjustment of status. They still get nailed for alleged misrepresentation because of whatever the facts may be. Maybe they were married all along. Maybe they came in and got married the day after they arrived and then waited 6 months to file. I mean, there are all kinds of fact situations here, right? But
that's the reason why they need to reach out to an attorney.
Well, Conrad, if I could interject, we had a client who had done this on their own and basically went to the interview, and the officer asked them, and this is why it's obviously important to be informed. The officer asked, when you entered the United States, did you know you were going to marry your spouse? And they said, yes. He said, so why didn't you apply for a K visa? They said, because a B1, B2 was easier. That's fraud.
Yeah.
Sure is.
You just admitted to fraud. So again, it's obvious, it's situations like this you want to be aware of. The client doesn't understand why immigration was asking for a fraud waiver. But these are issues and these are problems that someone can face if they decide to do this on their own.
Another wrinkle here. That particular person, Nelson, let's say that person also had some minor drug problem, marijuana or whatever, or has some kind of arrest history. Not only are they going to be alleged to have committed fraud, they're going to be placed into removal proceedings, right? And then that opens up a whole new world of hurt, right? So the point here is there are so many pitfalls. Immigration is a minefield today more than ever. It always has been. It is more so today than ever before. You do this type of stuff on your own, folks, and you're asking for trouble. All right. There is no such thing as a simple immigration case anymore. Those days are over.
Call 844-774-3529. Guys, you can see what can happen here. So everyone that's out there, get that free phone consultation now. The attorneys will answer your questions for free over the phone, and then you can hire them. Call them now at PPID, 844-774-3529. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like the pages, like the case handler page. Okay, follow it, follow PPID's page. Right now, I'm asking everybody to share to at least 20 people. The number for the firm, 844-774-3529. Call with your immigration questions. Very good answers, gentlemen. Thank you so much for that. Let's flip it to personal injury. Let's find out what it is that Adam Handler does. Let's find out why they call him the case handler. Let's find out why he always seeks the maximum compensation when people get hurt in an accident, that being automobile accidents, slip and fall, construction accidents, and much more. Adam, why is that?
Oh, that's because you got one chance to get it right. There are no redos, no start overs, no second chances in a personal injury case. When you sign on that dotted line and you accept that check from the insurance company, your case is finished. So you better make sure that your attorney is going for the maximum amount for your medical bills, going for the maximum amount for your lost time of work, and of course, the maximum amount for the pain and suffering that you have gone through and most likely will go through in the future. And that's exactly what we do here at Pollack, Isaac DeSico. We strive for excellence. We can't say we're the best attorneys. You can say it. The other DJs on this radio station can say it, but we as attorneys can't say it. But I will say that we are excellent because we understand what needs to be done for full and fair justice. And that's how we handle our business here, whether it's Nelson and Conrad fighting to legitimize your status in the United States, or fight a deportation, or get you citizenship even if you had a few wrinkles along the way in your life, or the personal injury cases. I personally have been responsible for obtaining over $125 million for my clients, thousands of clients over a 17-year career. And I am so blessed and thankful for all the wonderful people that have supported my practice through the years, that had followed me when I left my prior law firm after having practiced and led that law firm to great success for 9 years, and then coming and joining Conrad here at Pollack, Isaac DeSico. So we've done some wonderful things. We're continuing to do wonderful things. We're nearly at $20 million this year for case handler clients. Those are big boy numbers because we understand no redos, one chance, one choice of attorney, and it should be your case handler.
Okay, beautiful. Once again, Adam Handler right here on, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Cruising with the Case Handler. Make sure you link up with them, 844-774-3529. But Adam, I really want to choose such a story from you, man. Let's pick one. Let Nelson do the picking. Let Nelson go through that and pick one of those. He's always good at that.
I had one prepared already, so I'm going to have to, unfortunately.
Sorry, Nelson.
But I will let him introduce what we generally call Testimonial Tuesday. Nelson, tell the thousands and thousands of people out there listening, what is Testimonial Tuesday?
So today's Wednesday.
Today's
I
Wednesday.
know, but we posted this. It's Wonderful Wednesday.
So Testimonial
Winning
Tuesday.
Wednesdays. Winning Wednesdays.
Testimonial Tuesdays, basically when we discuss a real life success story. We discussed a case in which Adam was the attorney and was actually able to help someone obtain a monetary award based on their injuries.
That's exactly right. I actually had that on a Wednesday. I actually had this pulled up because it was just another great picture of Sandra, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. So this was a wonderful client of ours. I'll pull up the picture right now. And for those listening on 93.5 FM, thank you again so much. But if you can safely do so now or later, check out the Case Handler on Facebook. Check out the Case Handler on Instagram. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Squeeze's words for it. Don't even take Nelson's word for it about how amazing we are. Take the words of our prior clients that have come before you, that have never in a million years thought they were going to get into an accident. Never in a million years did they think they would be injured in an accident. but they had the number saved. They used it. They called it. They had us be their attorneys, and then a smiling face at the end. This is Latoya from the Bronx, $74,750 settlement. Just to show you the $750. We don't leave anything on the table. If you need another $750 on the case, we get you another $750 on the case, because we can never reopen that case again. And this was actually a selfie. Usually Ruthie or somebody takes it. This was a selfie that day with myself, Sandra, and Latoya and Squeeze.
And Bob. You got Bob in the picture too.
Oh, Bob is, yeah. Listen, I got a wonderful painting of Marley in my office. I love this thing.
All right, so let's read what Latoya wrote about you and what it is that you did. Adam's team did a great job on my case. He stayed on top of everything and was patient throughout the process. If I called, the team would always get back to me quickly. He will work hard for you and do what is best for your case. This is Latoya from the BX, from the Bronx, $74,750. And look at that accident. Y'all got to check out his page, thecasehandler.com. All right. And also follow him on Facebook, The Case Handler. I mean, look at that.
I mean, never in a million years did she think that that was going to happen to her Audi. And then the whole front end is smashed in. And you know, listen, man, things happen. And it's all about your response to a tragedy. Are you going to be a victim twice? Are you going to let the insurance company screw you over? Or worse, are you going to let some crazy lawyer that comes up to you at the scene of the accident or is referred to you by some friend down the street, you're going to let them screw you over? You know, some lawyers could have settled this case for 20 grand, right? Oh, it's a bad accident. Here's $20,000. Be done with it. You think it's a lot of money. But you know what? When you have an attorney that's settling multi-million-dollar cases every month, we know that 20 grand is not a lot of money. It may be a lot of money for some particular cases, but in a case like this, the case was worth $74,750, and that's why we got it for her. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, save our number. Hopefully you never need it. God forbid you do. It's one less thing to worry about. You want an excellent attorney that's going to fight for you like family. You want an excellent attorney that's going to give your case the attention it deserves. Call our number. Save it in your phone. 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Give us a ring. The consultation is free for personal injury. The consultation is free for immigration over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in towards the top of the hour, we give 100% free consultations over the phone. Personal injury, immigration, criminal defense, real estate, matrimonial. You got a legal question, we got a legal answer. You got a legal problem, we got a legal solution. All you got to do is call 844 PPID law.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, right here. And of course, Link Up Radio, 93.5 WVIP FM, and also on Facebook, multiple pages. Adam, quickly, what's your IG, your Instagram?
Case Handler.
Okay, what's your Facebook handle?
Case Handler.
Okay, all right. What's your LinkedIn?
I have no idea.
Just messing with you. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, follow his page, The Case Handler. You can just Google that, it will pop up. Or you can also Google PPID, follow those pages. Very important that each and every single one of you have the number for a full service law firm. Adam mentioned it. Personal injury, 844-774-3529. Immigration, 844-774-3529. So do yourself a favor. Dial the number now, let it ring 10, 15 seconds, and store it in your phone. All right? Dial it right now, right this second. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcome, but make it PPID.
It's 10 o'clock.
All right, so there you have it. Got one quick question here, gentlemen. One final question, I believe.
You know, we got to start.
I'm sorry, I have to excuse myself. I actually have a client meeting at 10 o'clock.
Okay, not a problem.
So have a great day, everyone.
Take care, Nelson. Thank you so much for being here. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Please, you know what we got to start doing? Right before the top of the hour, we got to start wishing the listeners good luck to anybody that calls attorneys that are advertising in the minute after our show's over. You're about to hear an advertisement. Good luck with that attorney. That's what we got to start doing.
Oh, man. Quick one here. It says, I've just got my conditional green card. I was an international student and I got married to my U.S. citizen wife. Can anyone tell me, will I have to do another interview for my 10-year green card?
Possibly. When you get your green card as a conditional resident, that means you've been married for less than 2 years on the date that you were approved. So you get a CR, CR1 in this case, or CR6. So you're a conditional resident. As a conditional resident, you have to apply to remove the conditional basis of the residence within 3 months of that 2-year anniversary. When you submit that application to immigration, you have to submit documentation showing that you and your wife have still been living together for the entire period of time. If you don't supply them with sufficient documentation, or just for random reasons, they schedule for you for an interview, you might get called in for an interview and you have to prove in person once again that you're living together. So yeah, it happens.
Okay. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, want to say thanks to each and every one for actually tuning in and of course, sharing the page that they're watching. Remember to also let folks know if they're in the New York tri-state area, they can tune into us on 93.5 WVIP FM. And that number, once again, to call the firm is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Make the link, make the connection. One thing I wanted to say, Adam and Conrad, before we go, is that I do believe that you all need to remind people that regardless of their status here in the United States, if they get hurt in an accident, your firm can actually handle that case and they don't have to worry about being kicked out, right?
Absolutely. And that's my fault for not stressing that enough during our shows. We generally do, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you're doing here, whether you're from Mexican or the moon. If you're hurt in New York, you are 100% entitled to use the courts. You are 100% entitled to receive compensation for your injuries and your medical bills and your time out of work. We will stress that more during the week. That is my fault. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have got nothing to lose, everything to gain by calling our firm, 844-774-3529.
That's 844-774-3529. Gentlemen, thank you both so much for actually doing the show. Sorry about the late start, everybody. All right. We'll make it happen on time tomorrow, if not before again. 844-774-3529. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration. Make it PPID. Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. 844-774-3529. Have an amazing day.